What is going on YouTube? This is your boy Liger, one half and duo, and we're gonna be talking about in the latest episode of Let's Talk Game. I want to talk about Sonic. Now, before I get into a little into this, I want to talk about a couple stuff. One is, give me a second there. Okay, all right. One is that Sonic. I did a video yesterday talking about the DT driving about random talks, talking about the Sonic forces. So you can take my ideas on that, and I'm hoping that the Sonic forces intrigue me, but there's some things about it that still. But hey, I hope the game is. Like I said, I hope for a good game. I'm not looking for a bad game itself. That's not my thinking. So I'll say to that. Then I want to say, I'm looking forward for Sonic Mania. That also is something that I'm looking forward to and I can't wait to enjoy. With that said, that I wish that he was on right now, but he's I guess he's busy, which is which is my not my well. Like I said, I wish Anderson was here because last night we were talking about Sonic. Now, caveat to this. Caveat to this right now. I'm not doing this as a, what do you call it? I am not doing this to say this. Well, we wanted to see what would be a good game for Sonic Sega team to do. So we came with some ideas within about we kind of brainstormed in 2 hours, and we came with an idea for a Sonic game. Now, first of all, like I said, the caveat, kind of like with GVG and you mostly do whatever. This is no way saying this will be the ultimate Sonic game. This is the fan game that we want. This is not how I operate. I thought of an idea for a game. I thought it was pretty cool. Me and him thought of ideas for a game, trying to make a good game, and that's what we want to talk about. Just ideas and see what's going on with it. So, all right, let's go. So this is our idea. What's up, Terrell and Ying Yao? This is my idea for us, me and Anderson. Like I said, 2 people. Me and Anderson's game, and we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about this game. I'm gonna basically. I'll get back to the chat later on because I want to go to the notes. This is our game that we thought about. You listen to it, see what I have to about it. Then maybe a little bit later on, I'll look back at the chat and see what's going on. Like I said, I asked Anderson to be. Like I said, he didn't make it on time. But I got enough of his stuff to know what's going on. And I will credit him when he needs to, when the ideas that he came up with as well too, because like I said, it was a joint effort. And then there's a podcast after this called After Party where I know Ying Yao, you see, want to join in and CB and all that stuff. You could listen to what I'm saying and you add in or subtract to what it is in the game, and we do that and then we call it a night.
Sorry, my phone was stuck on mute.
No problem. So like I said, I'm gonna get into the game that I'm gonna talk about, and like I said, I have a game ideas beside me too. Attica, I know he always have the game ideas for it, but once again, a caveat: I'm not doing this to be an ultimate game fan game where this will be the best game Sonic game created. That's not the way I do things. So this is just an idea me and Anderson came up with. So, and I'll say this right now: I don't even have a I don't even have a name for this game. I don't. So maybe we'll do that later. I don't have a name for the Sonic game. So here we go. So with everything going on right now, me and Anderson was talking about how about we make a game that is, look, Sonic is all about fluidity. With speed running and fluidity, you keep it going. You do certain things. Now, the first Sonic game, I could let it go, and I might get this wrong. I think it's a Starlight Zone on the scrap metal. I forgot which zone it was where you had to like dun, 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 like that like that song, and then you had green, like the Green Hill Zone. Those are the two zones I love in original Sonic, because Sonic was moving and he was moving at a certain speed and he was a certain way. But when he tried to do the other zones, he was more platformer like Mario, and it just didn't feel right to me. Everybody else, if you like it, then you like it. That's cool. But I think Sonic's all about movement, all about fluidity, movement, doing things. That's why my favorite games are Sonic 2, 3, Sonic and Knuckles. I do like Adventures, the first one, and the second one too. But Sonic 2, 3, Knuckles, Sonic and Knuckles. Advance 1 and 2, 3 did a whole switching out, and it stopped it again with the whole try to be fluid, but it couldn't. Sonic Rush 1 and 2, like, and that's what you see on the screen, Rush. Like, I'm liking that kind of stuff. And of course, Sonic Generations. Colors is good too, in that regard that they're doing this. But I just don't. So I like thinking that Sonic has the fluidity to just keep on moving. So, first of all, like I said, I don't have a name for it, for the title. So we'll maybe later on after him I told you guys come up with names for it.
For now, it would be Sonic Empty.
Okay, so here we go. First of all, let's get it straight out of the bat. This game could be on Switch and it'll be everything else. I'm not a person like it'll work good on the Switch because of the platforming, but it also go on other consoles. So I do not really care. As long as everybody can play and have fun with it, it's good. So I'm not that kind of person either as well too. That has it. And Brownie, you know what it was. If you check something, you should know. But anyway, so here's the idea. First of all, this game is 2D, 2.5D to be exact. A la carte, I want it to be kind of like Gunvolt. The sprite, like I want a sprite, I want to be like that kind of style of game. And I wanted the background to have movements in the background, like how Blaze Blue or anything like you have movements in the background that kind of emphasizes what's going on in the game. Kind of like with Sonic, kind of like when Sonic, check your notifications, Brownie. Kind of like Sonic when Sonic and Knuckles, not Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic 3 when he was flying down as going in Sonic, and you see the movement in the background and stuff like that. I want it to be like that, but I want the art style to be, of course, 16-bit. Of course, not 16-bit, but like the sprite work would be like Gunvolt or some in that aspect, in that range of the fluidity of the sprite animations. So that's what I want it to be. That's what I want it to be. That's the art style I'm going for. Now, there are going to be cutscenes in this game. And I want the there'll be two style of cutscenes. I want the cutscenes to be, and this is between me, this one's a Mia Anderson one. I want the cutscenes to be like Fire Emblem. I want the true storytelling part of these cutscenes to be Fire Emblem. But then I want the style of when they're talking through the certain levels, not all levels, because that does get annoying too. Certain levels which I'm gonna bring up to be like how Gunvolt or like, you know, like they're moving and it's still having the text going across the screen. So that to get the story along.
Okay, so far so good.
That's what I'm talking about. So that's the art style. That's what I do. I want Fire Emblem style animation to go in there in the anime style to tell the major parts of the story, and we have this. So that's the basis for the thing. The second thing is the playable characters are gonna be 5 characters only. And the reason we choose these 5 characters is the Fire Emblem and Echoes CB. Anyway, I should not be watching the chat because like I said, that's gonna distract me. So basically the game gonna have the Sonic game is gonna be like I said, you got 5 playable characters because Sonic is about 40. So we're gonna have Sonic, of course, Tails, Shadow, Knuckles, Blaze. Those are the 5 characters we're using in this game. All those guys are all about speed and fluidity and keep it going in a way. Now they have their own special stuff in it, and I'll get to that in a way, but I like the move. I love that they keeping the Sonic game going. Now, we have that set up. That's the 5 characters we're going to use in. Another thing that we're going to add to this is this. The next thing that we add into this is I want to bring in not like a la carte Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. I don't want to have like 2 level playing fields, a high and a low. I want basically like 3 or 4 high, and like different that you could doing that in those games. So elevate the planes.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like high then low, and 3 at the most.
You mean different paths?
Different paths, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
but just one, not just split paths depending on character, but split paths just for everybody in general.
Okay.
Yeah. Everybody gets that. But I just wanted to be that you put the design into the different, in all the different, like I said, the different paths, 5 paths, in basically almost in all the stages, in most of the stages, not all, because it's going to be like storytelling how I'm going to do this. So that's another attribute we have to put in there. Okay, because the reason is this: I do not want to punish people. I'll say this here because the story gonna tell the whole thing. I'll say this here: I do not want the story. I don't want that the characters get punished for not getting certain things, certain collectibles that I'm gonna list off.
A la Sonic Adventure 2. Kind of like that.
Adventure 2, Heroes. Like Sonic Heroes. Sonic Generations have the same thing too. I don't want him to be punished for that. It's 2 different endings, but I don't want to be too. I don't want it to be difficult to get the second ending, the true ending. If you get it, you feel okay. What?
No, I'm agreeing.
I don't want it because like when I played Heroes and stuff, you got to go through all those characters and you got to do all that stuff, and like. It's just hard. It's gonna have replayability. Okay, let me put this. It's gonna be replayability, and it's gonna have backtracking. Just letting everybody know right now. This is just so they know that crap up front. It's gonna be that, but you're gonna know why I put it because of the story. So it's gonna be there. But I don't want it. I don't want it that if you can follow the high notes of a certain track, like if it's Blaze and she's up high, whatever, and you can't do certain things. She could still fall on Shadow's track or Sonic's track or lower levels or whatever, and don't feel like you like, oh man, I missed out on this.
Okay.
So you don't feel like, oh man, I got to. You won't have to in a way, but you don't feel devastating that you're like, oh man, I couldn't keep to the high path as best as I can. The high path, as you said. So let's do that. So that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do with that as well. Okay. Now. That's the game set up right there. Now we're gonna introduce the characters, the Amy, the Vector, and all that stuff. They're not playable. They're like Generations. How Generation was. They're not playable. They're just set up for story. And this is how the story is gonna be set up now. And this is what I think. Like I said, hopefully you guys enjoy it and add to it and subtract to it after with what we're saying. Okay. And like I said, this is between me and Anderson. We came up with this. All right. So it starts off in Sonic being. I'm gonna play. I'm also gonna use a couple of tropes. Not all the time, but some tropes because of how Sonic is. It's gonna be what do you call it? Sonic is gonna be. These guys are fighting as usual. They're going after Robotnik. But this time they found out something like Robotnik's a little, not Eggman, sorry. Eggman's a little more difficult this time than usual. And they know they got a certain weapon. This time he made this ultimate weapon again, but they know something's going on with it. So in this one, but here's the thing, like the reason that Sonic knows this time is kind of whatever, because one, like he's being his cheeky self, whatever. and he's being cocky. He had a time to destroy to stop Eggman, and I apologize because last night when I was talking to Anderson, I was saying Mega Man a lot. So excuse me when I say this because it was sticking in my mind for some dumb reason and shouldn't. But anyway, Sonic has a chance to stop Eggman, but he didn't. He cracked his usual joke, his stupidity, whatever, and Eggman got to use the Chaos Emeralds in this new invention that he created. And he used but because Sonic was gonna attack and Eggman used the power. He used the power way beyond he's supposed to use for the Chaos Emerald and the Emeralds. And the Chaos Emeralds is an explosion, and the Chaos Emerald shatters. All 7, they shatter into pieces.
Oh, so like what happens when the Master Emerald gets shattered?
Yeah. So it's shattered into pieces. But in the explosion, Sonic got thrown to a different dimension. He got thrown to a different dimension. And he wakes up. He sees the Vector, Charmy, XEO, Amy, blah blah blah, all those guys. But they're fighting, and the dimension that he got thrown into was into Blaze's dimension. Blaze's Blaze's and Silver's dimension. All right, they're fighting. So he's like, okay, I don't know what happened, but we have to stop this Eggman again. He's gonna do that. He's trying to stop Eggman this time, but he couldn't. But the Chaos Emerald's not there, and basically in this one, everybody was basically getting picked off by Eggman this time. They were getting hurt or they getting wiped off immediately in a way. And Sonic's like, this is weird. Eggman is getting he's getting his extra strength from whatever. Okay. So what happened is Sonic, he needed power, so he tried to use the Soul Chaos Emeralds. And when he did it, and he had to, and Eggman used his new weapon that he created in this dimension, he also excuse me, he overuses those emeralds, and those emeralds shatter into pieces.
So basically, both versions of Eggman do the exact same thing.
Yeah, and the emerald, yeah, but this time Sonic, the first Eggman shattered that one, and the Eggman in that word. And Ronnie, I'm gonna say a couple words. I know you and Sprite had jokes about this. Let's not be.
I'll be tame. Don't worry.
Okay, please, thank you. But anyway, so we have so Eggman shattered the Chaos Emeralds. Sonic, because it's not compatible with him that much, he destroyed the Soul Emeralds got shattered with him. All right, and then it got pushed, and then he got blasted back, and Tails was the only person that was left back. And Tails gave him this device that he has to go to the Master Emerald. That's the only place you get a source of power. And he tell him, hey, you got to go and fight something going on with something's going on differently, kind of like Generations in a way. I'm using generation trope, but you have to go and find something because something's going on with this Eggman. He's more powerful, more stronger, more smarter than he usually is. Now, that's what's going to introduce the other characters. So Sonic takes that and goes back in and goes into Emerald Zone, where he finds the original Tails. Sonic, a la carte Sonic 2. Come to find out, he found Tails. Tails something in this regard, and he also Tails is like, okay, we gotta. He's like, okay, Tails, we got to do something about it. Now, before I say this, I got to point out here. It's spoiling right now, but you'll understand it when I say later on. Is anybody ever watched the movie The One?
Yes.
If you know that movie, this is where the concept came from. Basically they're gonna be 4 different type of Eggmans, and it's because of each iteration of the heroes that's in the game. So they're gonna be Dr. Robotnik, for Sonic and Knuckles. They're gonna be Gerald Robotnik for Shadow. They're gonna be Eggman for the modern Sonic that he just came from, and they're gonna be Eggman Nega from Blaze's dimension. They're gonna be the bad guys in this. Now I'll let you know. I only said that now because it's like I said, the story of the one is gonna come back, and that's why I said if you guys know what the one is all about, it's gonna come back into place. So in that regard, in this game, like I said, it's 2D, have different things. Now we're gonna make sure that we're gonna make it that Tails basically puts a tracker creates a tracker for Sonic and him. So you can play all the characters, and that way the replayability comes back and backtracking a little bit. Not backtracking too much in the game, in the stage itself, but you got to replay the stage with like how you always did for Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, how you did the save states, and you go back and play it.
Yeah.
Excuse me, you have to do that. So here's what it is. Each character in this game has their specialties, of course. So of course, Shadow's gonna have his, chaos control. He could teleport across quick something or do certain things with his chaos control. Blaze, of course, is gonna be using fire as an element and do certain things that you can melt stuff, ice or certain metals, because it's gonna be later on. You're gonna see why I say certain metals in certain way. Of course, you could float. Of course, Tails could go vertically up and fly around with his tails, and then with his tail, and Knuckles could dig, of course, and also he could glide. He could use his glide and also break certain rocks. Everybody's gonna do that. When you use your certain special moves, here's what the kicker is. When you use your special moves throughout the game design, you instantly in each level is gonna have that. Okay. When you use the instant moves, like if you see, if you go to this ice thing and you're like, oh man, I can't get it, I had Shadow. You got to go back with Blaze. Okay, I got Blaze. I'm gonna use the fire. Bam! You instantly find a soul chaos, a piece of the soul chaos. Mm-hmm. But the tracker you're gonna need a tracker so you can listen out and hear where you can find pieces of the regular Chaos Emerald.
Okay.
So you need to do that. One special stage is gonna be like Sonic and Knuckles. It's gonna be like gaining shields and all that stuff. I'm not doing that whole special. We gotta get the coins and all that stuff. No, that's no.
Okay.
No. So that's the
years.
Yeah, that's gonna get spears, rings, extra lives. That's what the special stage is gonna be. That's what they're gonna do. Okay. So we have that. So each stage have a certain amount of pieces to create the chaos and a soul emerald, and chaos. Each character has a piece in the stage. So this is why I see the backtrack is going to happen. Like you're going to start off with Sonic and Tails in a Sonic 2 stage, in Emerald Hill. Then you go to Angel Island where you find Knuckles. But then you got to go back. Then you have to go back with Knuckles in Emerald Hill to get hit, or you keep on going. So every stage you're going to introduce Knuckles, then Shadow, then Blaze. Gonna be 3 acts, 2 acts of whatever, like Sonic 2 acts, and third act gonna be a little bit of playing to get some rings, whatever, and then you fight the Eggmans, them, or the Robotniks of the level, and they're gonna escape. Of course, they're gonna do the usual trope of escaping in this one. So you're gonna do that. But that's where the replayability come back. You're like, oh man, I gotta get this. Now the point of saying that, like, if you keep on playing all the way through, you will get the ending, which I'll tell you the ending, of course, and the true ending. Again, this is messing up for people out there, but I think it's a good idea. But I'm gonna speak it out. But you could go through that, still play, do it, have fun, and you can get a true ending. And you don't feel, and the way the ending stuff, I don't think you'll feel slightly cheated. You're gonna miss out on a stage in a story arc, but you're gonna still feel like okay. So that's how it's gonna be. And then after you get all the characters, then we're gonna do one stage each, where in a new stage, whatever levels, again, all the designs are different, that you go fight them together. You're gonna find like Dr. Robotnik, and you defeat him. You can fight Mega Man, you defeat like you're gonna fight all these guys, these Robotniks, and defeat them, and then you get to ultimate fight. So you're gonna keep on getting a soul and a Chaos Emerald. That's the whole plan of the game. Now, what the thing that adds to this is, and this is why I think a couple of gay people gonna understand this, and I know for sure Game Idea you gonna understand this. Why Eggman has gotten so powerful, smarter, stronger, and whatever in a way, is in the past, every time he used it, a piece of whoever Eggman was soul was trapped in the Chaos Emerald.
Okay.
His soul was trapped in there. And then we're gonna introduce, and me and Alex said we came with the name, we don't like it. It was kind of so you might could change the name on that one. The idea will be, we came up with chaotic Robotnik. And you know who Chaotic Robotnik is? Chaotic Robotnik is the Robotnik from the Saturday cartoon.
Like you're talking about the Saturday morning. Okay, I can agree with that.
Here's the thing. If you know who that Robotnik is, that's why I want to use Robotniks and the Eggman, whatever, before you. If you know who that Robotnik is, he has no jokes. He don't mess around with Sonic.
He's far more ruthless.
He's ruthless. He's cunning. He don't play. So all those other Eggmans, because of their malice to Sonic, F basically got locked and created that Robotnik. Okay, so it's Super Robotnik in regard. You see the head, but you don't see the body or whatever. You just seen that something's going on there. Why these guys are together? That's why I say I use the story of the one. That it all come together in that regard, in the essence, form, whatever. Now, when you beat the game, you go to fight Robotnik. You have the last stage before before the true ending. But like I said, the last stage for the regular ending, you're gonna come together. You're gonna defeat them. They're gonna the SSM escape, and you're gonna see Super Robotnik or whatever. I'd say Super Robotnik for now. And then I got on the name Super Robotnik or Super Eggman, whatever you want to call it. Gonna be the end boss, and he's gonna create a robot, whatever, in the game. In that last stage, that's when you're gonna be using the switch, where you will be like kind of like Sonic. You go switch in. You have to press the button. Well, not a button, because you have to press a thing, a wheel or something. I gotta figure out something like where you go pick the character, because you're gonna need to switch to progress in that level of all the 5 characters.
Okay.
So you're gonna need that. You fight that Robotnik, and you defeat him. Now, if you didn't get all the Chaos Emeralds, you'll see that you'll see the evil Robotnik is still there, and the world's still bad, and you'll see the face of the other Robotnik, and you're not teleported back to the world that you were back in. That will be the regular ending. You're like, okay, you defeated, but something's still not right, and you're not in the world that you started out with in that regard. Okay? Okay. Now, if you get all the Chaos Emeralds and all the Soul Emeralds, right? When you did it, you found out that Tails would tell you. We said we go with Tails. Well, no, not Tails. We go with Tails saying we purged something, but Shadow and Knuckles figure out something like we purged it. All the evil Robotniks are gone now, except for something's wrong. The Master Emerald. They go now to the Master Emerald and find out that the figure now, the face that you saw with the evil eye. If you remember that Dr. Robotnik from he like dark eyes and just red pupils, and his whole body transforms now, and then he gets the power of the Master Emerald, and explosion happens again, and he kicks you back into Mobius. We have God, I forgot the name of the city now. Again, the city that's in that cartoon. Robotnik? Robotropolis?
Robo City. I think it's either Robotropolis or Robo City. One of the two.
It has one of the two. It has that. Okay, so Sonic, Blaze, all those guys are there. They're like, oh, what's going on? And like I said, in the story is going on right now. They say, okay, let's go and fight. They're gonna fight. They're going in the city. They're gonna fight. They're gonna fight or whatever. Come to find out that when they destroyed the animals in this stage, they're like, wait a minute, no little bunnies or nothing's popping out of these robots. Something's not right. And then they go and find out that Robotnik is really turning animals into the robots. Ain't no, they're the power source.
He's roboticizing them.
Yeah. And Sonic cannot believe that Sonic and them was like, I cannot kill the real people because they're now real robots, and I'll kill them. And Robotnik takes chaotic Robotnik takes advantage of that, uses some kind of power beam or something. And you got a stage where you have to run away from this attack. And at the end of that stage, all of them use the soul emeralds and they use the soul emeralds and the chaos emeralds to transform into super Knuckles, Super Tails, Golden Sonic, Golden Shadow, and Blaze, and then Blazing Blaze.
Burning Blaze.
Burning Blaze. But when they got hit, they barely escaped. The beam hit them. All the emeralds then turn inute, using up all the powers. They don't shatter. They just lost the luster. No power. They found out. Then they found Amy and Rouge. You're like, okay, wow, what's going on, guys? But then they found out like Vector and all the stuff are in half robot, half whatever, because they're the resistance, but they kind of got caught in some of the, with that robotic in that dimension. So in this game, we do it again where you have to, they push them to say, you guys got to do this. You can't play around, blah, blah, blah. So you're pushing, it forces them to go back into Robotropolis. Let's just say that for now. And that's
what it is. It's actually Robotropolis.
Okay, you have to go back to Robotropolis, but you don't have the Chaos Emeralds. So then you have to do the whole switching of each to use their moves to get through the stage. You come up to a certain spot, you gotta use Sonic Chaos, Shadow Chaos Controller, teleport across or do something different. Tails gotta fly out, hit a switch, you gotta move. Knuckles dig down or punch a rock. You gotta use everybody's moves to get through, just like I said, the one in the beginning or whatever. And then they fight. And then in that regard, they got close to the master. They fight. They do about the Robotnik. They get close to the Master Emerald. They recharge the emeralds up, both of them, both sets. They transform again. They fight Dr. Robotnik. In that regard, then they really purify all the emeralds: Master Emeralds, Soul Emeralds, Chaos Emeralds. That happens. That's good. Sonic then teleports back to where he normally was, and instead of cracking, like he transferred back to that spot where he was like, he was gonna crack a joke before Robotnik, the original Eggman, was gonna charge whatever it is that broke the original Chaos at the time, and his mind just snapped like, whoa, I went through all that stuff. No time to joke. He stops it this time without joking, and then that'll be the true ending, and you stop Eggman at that time. So that's the story I got for this game.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm good with that.
So that's basically the Sonic game I'm talking about. It's 2D, it's fluid. We're gonna have too much of the platforming slowdowns as you need, because all of these characters are fluid characters. All of them is about speed.
Yeah.
It's ain't gonna be like, oh, Biggs the cat do this. No. You're gonna have a platform a little bit, but you're gonna have that. We give Sonic basically. The moves set gonna be kind of like how the Wisp were, like something. You gonna see Knuckles digging to the ground, trying to find. Oh, there's the whatever. That's why I say I want that when they use their powers, that the Soul Chaos is instantly like, oh, bam! I melt the ice. There's a Soul Emerald. But the Chaos Emerald, because of that, remember back in that time, Tails did not know about the Soul Chaos Emeralds, so he only made a tracker for the Chaos pieces to find those. So
okay,
that's basically at that point. That's when me and Anderson left off. But I think we got enough good story and the design and what to do with this game with that. So that's where we're at right now. So what do you guys think?
I like the story. I'm not even going to lie on that, because that would be interesting for a Sonic game where you're taking different continuities and different versions of characters and lumping them together. Because it's like a whole situation that's been created where their universes are all just kind of linked temporarily. I mean, the Archie Comics series does this quite often anyway.
Yeah, I know that. With Mega Man and Sega, I know that. Yes.
No, I mean even just Sonic. They do it with the different
With Sonic.
continuities of Sonic.
Sonic and Mega Man. That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah, I do not know. For right now, I'm thinking like I know that I don't have the power ups. We didn't do the power ups set. Like I mean, powers from the TVs. I'm not talking about whatever. Everybody has their own special powers. We know that, because that's what they bring to the table.
Yeah,
as a team. So maybe we could elaborate about that a little bit before I let the after party in, but stuff like that. But I think that story is good, and I'm not punishing characters who didn't feel a game, and it has replayability in it that you can go back and play the game, because every time you get a new character, you want to go back to the old levels to find their pieces of the Sword Emerald in the game or stuff like that. It's gonna be not a short game, but not too long in that regard.
Yeah,
because I know it's. Go ahead.
I was going to say a couple things I would personally like to add in, because I think it would just round out the experience.
Okay.
Is to take the hub world, the styling of hub world from the first Sonic Adventure, and put that in the game. So that the hub world itself is a full 3D environment, and the levels you play in 2.5D. Because honestly, that's probably the preferable way to have it.
Mm-hmm.
That way, you can get a mix of both, but at the same time, you can use the hub world to allow characters to find like little secrets and things with their abilities, and then do the same thing within the levels, which will make it even more awesome.
Okay.
How fast are we talking about that the characters would go? They would go.
They're gonna basically be almost. They're gonna be almost the same speed. I'm not gonna try to think. Because
I can see like Sonic Rush, where they like go super fast with the boost.
Well, no, everybody gonna have Sonic gonna have his boost. Okay, Sonic and Shadow in a way. Blaze gonna have their boost as well. Yes, but they're gonna still be. Like I said, the whole game is still speed. Like okay, so like Sonic he's gonna need his boost to get his Soul Chaos Emerald, because Sonic don't really have that much. All he have is his speed and boost.
Yeah,
true.
His speed is his ultimate tool, basically.
Yeah, so I don't. Yeah, so you're gonna have. So the people I know who have the boost will be Sonic and Blaze. I would say Shadow to a degree because he uses Chaos Control, but I want Chaos Control to be something like he teleports across this improbable object or gap or something that only he could do, because I want to make him a little special in a certain way. But Blaze and Sonic, yeah, I could see them having the boost, but again, all the characters are fast paced because.
Wow! Hold on 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about Sonic, and I literally look at my computer screen, and it popped up on Twitter that someone has like an old Sonic commercial thing playing, and Sonic runs by a girl and her skirt blows up.
Yep, I remember that old one. That's old.
And Shadow can use Chaos Control.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh wait, but it's 2D. Never mind.
Each character's special abilities will allow them to get to particular places and stages that the other characters aren't able to get to.
Yeah, but I don't want to hurt people if they can't. If they go
3D game, not in a 2D game. So that's why I retract my thoughts.
Yeah, I'm not doing 3D. It's just no. I just want it to be, because I want you to still have a good amount of control. You're gonna be speedy, you're gonna be fast, but I want the control to be like rush or advance.
Because I was thinking. If Shadow can use Chaos Control on some tight turns or whatever to avoid hazards, I was thinking about that.
You say one again, sorry.
Shadow uses his Chaos Control to slow down time on tight turns or on hazards.
Nah, I would say you can use Chaos Control. Like he comes to a part where, like I said, there's a lava stage and a bunch of rocks keep falling down. You know, Chaos Control, and you run across as fast as you can.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, you can do that in 2D. You do that in 2D.
Yeah, that can be done in 2D, where he can, like, if you're paying attention to like a pattern of how like the rocks drop, and you just try to time it so you can catch the pattern right and then run across it real quick.
Yeah.
Man, that'd be so cool.
Okay, so we got that. Like I said, I'm using basically 2.5 art style. I want to act like basically like a Fire Emblem Awakening style animation for the cutscenes. Like I said, because that dark robot, like I said,
he would look so much more menacing in that art style.
Yes, and like I said, you guys can change it if you want. We were thinking chaotic or chaos, but we wanted that Robotnik because that Robotnik is just a pure malice. No joking, no laughing, dead serious.
Hell, you could just call him Malice Robotnik.
True, you could do that too.
Calamity Eggman.
Nah, we
Nah,
talked about that. We took that out. We said no Calamity. No.
I'm sorry.
No, we took that away. We said now Zelda already did that. Took that away.
That one, that's too generic, I think.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I mean, Malice might be too, but I think Malice sounds a little bit better.
Like I said, because remember that Robotnik from that cartoon. He was no jokes. He was not playing around. He didn't laugh. He wasn't playing around with Sonic and the Freedom Fighters.
Everything pissed him off too. He was forever mad.
Yeah. And like I said, his eyes being it was black and red. There was black eyes with red pupils. Remember the Dr. Eggman, remember Robotnik from the Sonic 2 cover? Remember how his face looked too? Like, yeah. So that's why I wanted him to be like, he's the one controlling all the Megamans, all the Eggmans and Robotniks together. And that's why I said you want Gerald Robotnik, which is the grandfather. You want Dr. Robotnik, which is the father. Eggman is the Donald Eggman, which is his son. And then the determined dimension would be Eggman Nega. Now, Tails and Knuckles will have the same Robotnik because there was the same Robotnik at the time, Dr. Robotnik. Because of Angel Island and all that stuff right in there. But that uses all the Chaos Emeralds, mass and everything. It uses all the like you just said, Andre, all the Eggman and Robotniks in that brigade. It keeps the game fluid and fast. You'll be searching, but I don't want it to be too searching. Like you'll be running and you're gonna hear kind of like Zelda with the whole and you'll know okay, I'm around with the Chaos Emerald is. You just gotta look around for it.
Yeah.
But like I said, I want to do that for the Chaos Emerald, but then when you use the special moves or the special abilities of these characters, you instantly get it for the Soul Chaos.
Yeah.
Soul Emeralds. So you don't feel like I gotta keep looking for all these. Like, oh, there's Blaze, melt the ice, bam. There's the piece.
I can get behind that. I mean, I would probably tweak it a bit to make it so that everyone can pick up the Chaos Emeralds wherever.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Special abilities for the soul.
Chaos, it's the soul is what I'm saying. The Chaos you could pick anyway, maybe one or two certain stages because of the height being that Blaze, Sonic, Blaze, Knuckles, and Tails could go high. Not Sonic, Blaze, Knuckles, and Tails could go high. You know what I mean? I could go with that, like in one or two stages, not all of them. But I'm with you. That's what I was thinking, Andre. Like the Chaos Emeralds pieces, no problem, but the souls, now that one's you got to use the abilities.
Okay.
So just asking, would each, since everybody's going to have a piece of the Soul Emerald, we're talking about 6 characters here, I think, at the very least.
No, 5.
5. Okay, so Soul Emeralds were broken into 5 pieces. How many pieces would the Chaos Emeralds be broken into?
No, it'll be the same thing, but like the pieces are gonna be like okay. So we did 5 characters, that's 5 emeralds. But then we have 5 other see this would be okay. So 5 stages. 2 the first set of stages really from Green Hill Zone up will be two stages, I mean 3 acts. Like Sonic, like I said, like Sonic 2 or Sonic 3. You're gonna have to fight the boss fight, but you're gonna have, you get a little bit whatever, but you're gonna have that.
Okay.
So basically you could do it in 1 stage and the second stage. So basically that's 10.
Yeah.
That's 10 right there. And we have sandwich be 14. I want the others to be in the other 5 where you gotta fight and defeat each of those different you call it Robotniks.
Okay.
Those Robotniks, like he also was searching for them, and you found out that he got a couple of them that he put together as well too.
Okay.
So that would add up to the 7 what you get by the end of defeat all all of them except to find out that then you find out there's chaotic or menace Robotnik.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have that. So that would give you. So you have those, but again, the next 5 when you beat them is basically their own level. So that's what I'm saying. It's not gonna be short game, but it's not gonna be a too long game. It gives you a good length.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be replayability. I would say about it. You should complete within like 7 to 10 hours.
Yeah. That sounds pretty good.
So you don't get too burnt out. You could go back, okay, save it, bam, like you said with your mobile, you say Andre, then I could go save it, then go back to the hub world, and okay, let's go Sonic, go back to let's take Blaze back to Green Hill Zone.
Yeah.
I mean not Green Hill Zone to Emerald Zone and go find her stuff and whatever, yeah.
Okay.
Do that.
I think that works out real well then. That's pretty clear on what the objective is.
Yeah. And then, of course, like I said, so if you go out to that and you didn't get through it and you're just having fun with the game, which is the whole point, is to still have fun, then I don't want you to feel that. That's why I say I want the soul element to be a certain way and the chaos element soul, because I don't want you to feel that hurt that if you didn't get it and you get a true ending, is all right. You have to get the end. That's basically a Sonic trope. But you don't gotta do crazy crap like get rings, fall freaking thing, and get all the damn balls and all kind of crazy crap like stages were. No. Just find them, you get them, it's there for you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't bring it too hard, whatever. No. That you feel like you get cheated out of the true ending. Because sometimes, like I'll give an example. Like for Sonic Heroes, I felt like I cheated out of it. It was a pain in the ass to go back over all that stuff to do all those special Vector Charmy, Vector's team, Shadow's team, Amy's team, like all this for that with Male Sonic, and it's like,
yeah, that is one flaw of the game, which I love. I was thinking your idea for the finding them and good around the stage was cool.
Mm-hmm.
But what if it has like each emerald has their extra stage?
No, I'm trying to elite that because a lot of people really hate those stages.
No, not like getting a lot of ring stages, like a normal stage, but just you found one, like how Donkey Kong does.
Yeah, but they in pieces. They're not. The only time you'll find the solid ones is when you start finding the Eggmans them at the end, when you find they were searching for the pieces too. That's the only time you find it. When you beat them, you get their Chaos Emerald to make it 14 to round out that ending. That's what I'm saying. It's in pieces, so you're not really in a special. It's in a stage. You gotta look for them. It doesn't put you that when you don't have to look for a special stage. You just hear the noise. Okay, look for it. Bam, you're good. You got the piece. Keep on going. I want to keep it. See, the thing is, I want to keep Sonic moving. I want the characters to keep on flowing. I don't want to be like you stop too much.
Yeah.
Because that's what's, to me, again, this is my intake of it. That's what Sonic game was built on, and that's why I love. That's why when I started the podcast, I said I forgive Sonic 1, but like Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles. I mean, the two adventures is cool, but I'm talking about games that I really do enjoy. I was like Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic and Knuckles, Advance 1, Advance 2, Rush 1, Rush 2, Sonic Generations, Sonic Colors. Like it was there, and it's not gimmicky. Like you have to go. The execution is simple to do and not that hard to achieve. Because that's one thing I'm worried about. This Sonic Forces. It's cool that you have this. You create a character. That's cool. My two negatives is I hope they don't hit you with no stupid DLC that they get some parts. That's bull crap.
Sure.
Two is how they're gonna execute the single your custom character. Sonic Team is not good when it comes to execution. Good ideas, the execution is shitty a lot of times.
Yeah.
I have a joke for that, but I'm gonna save it for when it's not live. So.
Okay, but I'm just saying that's the case. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like that's what's going on in that regard. Like I don't want it to be too hard to execute. The premise is simple. The story in this game makes sense, and it's pushing them to use their powers. Not trying to say you got to be a werehog or a knight or all that other crap. No, them by themselves, their attributes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's not try to make it too difficult. Let's not try to make it. You got to force this trope in the gimmick into it. The gimmick is their moves, and you could switch. And when you come to a certain station, you're gonna be switching them out while you're playing the game. Like I said, when you're playing the ending to get to the chaotic Mega Eggman, and then when you not chaotic, the Melis Robotnik at the end to whatever. But when you go to the true ending, you got to do it again so you could get into the Robotropolis. So whether you switch them out, you spin the wheel. That what you think it is, like you want to like press the button and the wheel comes up, or how you want to like to switch the characters? What do you guys think? When it comes to those two stages,
a wheel. Well, you wanted to play as a certain character, and the wheel didn't land on the character you wanted.
No. Okay, I don't want to stop the fluidity really that much, but what it says like you press, okay, like old games, kind of like who would be the best thing who does this? It's not Gunvolt. See, it would be cool on a Switch because you could use a touchpad and all that other shit. You can't use, but I'm trying to be nice to the other consoles. I'm trying to be nice to the other consoles.
Why you laugh?
Because it is the truth.
I was thinking to change characters. How about like how 3D World was at the beginning of the stage? You just press the button and switch there before the stage.
Well, I once said at the beginning, no, you see in the stages you're gonna need all the characters, so you're gonna have to switch.
Oh, okay. Well,
in these two stages, you have to switch. Like you're gonna be running at Sonic. Okay, so like I'll give you an example. Like when Robotnik is when they found Sonic's like, man, I cannot. Sonic and Shadow like, I cannot. Think about it. Okay, I'll give you an example. I cannot.
I don't have the skills for this, and these.
No, not the skills, but he don't have the heart that he's like, I'm really truly killing the animal friends because they're now robots now. He's like, I don't have the heart to go do this. Robotnik sees that he shoot this. Like I said, he shoot this beam to destroy them. And they're trying to outrun the beam. So it's gonna be a stage. It's gonna be a part where you gotta switch to Blaze. There's gonna be a little memory in it. You're gonna be running from the beam. You're switching to Blaze. Blaze is basically flying over fire or something like that. Then you got like you jump off a cliff and you call it shit like Knuckles glide. Then you gotta switch to Sonic to do a boost. Like I want you to use one of their special moves to get away from this thing, even though they get hit by the beam at the end, so they already transform. But I want it because remember when you get hit by the beam, the soul and the chaos emerald goes inute. I mean, just lose their power. So I want it to be like you have to switch, but you gotta be. I think people are gonna replay it. It's gonna be a little annoying. I know that part, but I just want to use the attributes in the game. See now when you go back into
I think I see what you're getting at, and then what you're talking about for like the stage where it swaps between the characters. Kind of sounds like the end of Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, in a way, yes, because like when you go back into Robotropolis and you got to use this everybody, that one's more you go slow down a little bit and say, okay, I came against this wall, bam, you don't have this beam on me. I just want to be that part right there, so you could give you a little thing. But when you go against the Robotropolis, you go back in, you're like, okay, I know for sure, like you just said, this big gate with this big force field that Sonic that Shadow cannot teleport. They can't use Chaos over or whatever. Tails goes up, find it, hits the switch, force field's gone.
Thank you, Andre, for mentioning Sonic's having a little trouble trying to figure out what he was getting. But yeah, now I really.
But it sounds like more or less you want to be able to swap characters in real time.
In real time. Okay, real time swap.
Normal ability.
Exactly. Yes, real time swap in those like 2 or 3 stages that I'm talking about. Like you can swap. Like you come to Blaze, it's all ice. Blaze melted down. Or in Robotropolis, is a certain metal, and she uses her power to melt that certain metal, and you guys keep on going.
Kind of. I know this is a super bad game, but kind of how like Big Red Button tried to do with their game, but they did that. I guess.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like I said, yeah, and you switch out with the characters. They're real time switching out with that. In the run sequence, that's just to mess with people. That'll be the one stage that you gotta do that in. But the other two stages I'm talking about, you're playing the stage with it that you can run up and stop and say, oh crap, this is a big wall. This is a concrete rock right here. Oh, Knuckles, switch the Knuckles, break it, drill on down.
Yeah,
that would be quite exciting, actually.
That's So you use everybody's abilities in that regard.
basically all the stuff that you've learned playing the game with the characters would be applied.
Bingo. And then again, I just wanted to see what you would think. Press a button, a wheel pops up, you click on the wheel, or you spin. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out what would be the best way to switch to get
it would probably, if it's going to be on everything, then yeah, that's probably the best method. You press a button where it'll slow down the action, and then you have like a wheel pop up with the characters' faces, and you just swap between which one you want. I think that could work.
Hold up, I got a better idea. I think. No, shit. No, you're right. I can't do that because it's a 2D game, so people are gonna play certain ways. I was gonna use the D-pad, but say fuck it. No, you can't really because
no, people are gonna be using the D-pad.
2D. Yeah. But you see, I was gonna say like the main character would be there, and then the faces would have been to the D-pad. It just you go. But no, you're right. You're 100% correct. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the wheel. Yes, the wheel would be a better thing to do.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm going with that. I'm with the wheel. And then again,
that will work out better for that because if you put it on the D-pad, so many people will be confused.
True that. You're 100% correct about that. So that will be that's the way I set it up. Like I said, the story will be the story to push the game forward. Yeah. So you don't need no gimmick or something like to force it or make you feel like it's pushed on you. That's what the characters do. That's what they're good at. They could do it fluidly. It keeps the game moving fast. It doesn't. I don't want to get to slow down too much. If you come to a point where you hit a thing and you run past, you're like, okay, let me look around. Okay, there it is, Chaos Emerald, and you keep on going. That's what it is. You break a rock, you kill that monster, whatever. You get a piece of the Chaos Emerald. You go on. You find yourself. You come to a certain part where the characters are. The Soul Emeralds will be the incident where they use their moves, and you keep on going. And again, that's why I say you have all that together. And I think the ending was pretty cool too, because again, you go back when Sonic get at you, and then he goes back. He's like, and he clicks back his mind. At a certain point, he has deja vu. He's like, okay, let's not f around now, and stop Robotnik this time and stop joking.
With that being the case, I was trying to think of a name through this whole thing. Maybe Sonic Paraduxx.
That ain't bad.
I think that will.
That's not bad. That's not bad for a first draft, dude. I'm liking that.
Well, I'm figuring because basically the whole thing definitely it ends on the Paraduxx because you're basically Sonic's going to jump back in time, and he's going to be like, "Oh shit, this is the moment where I fucked up."
Exactly.
Let me fix that.
Yeah. No more. No hot dogging. No. Oh, here, Eggman. Blah blah blah. No jokes. No. He's like, shit, I can't do this time.
He would slap his past self or something.
Huh?
That would be even funnier. Have him run by, smack himself in the back of the head, like, don't fuck up.
It would be as a joke. Like, yeah, we're gonna add that too. Like I said, we're brainstorming. This is basically I'm gonna give shout outs to you, Andre. This is why I did let's talk games. Like we talking about games. Ain't no bullshit about the industry or YouTube or nothing. Games. This is what we're talking about. So Sonic Paradoxx, I'm liking that. It's a cool name. All the characters are fast moving characters. None of this. Let's slow down. No. Everybody has a certain speed to them. Kind of like that's why I love Galaxy Trails, Freedom Prime 2 for what they showed. Every character find that's game design. That's what we need in gaming. We need cool game designs. That's why I want.
This design is awesome.
Yeah, you have the fast character. We already know. We know that they can move a certain speed. We know that you're forgetting the names now.
Lilac, Carol, and
Carol. We know Carol has the freaking motorcycle. We know Lola is Lola, right? The bunny.
Which one?
Lilac.
No, Lilac is a dragon, ain't it?
Okay. Mila is the
Mila.
Mila is the rabbit. And like I said, like
She's
dragon,
a
like
dog.
she's a dog. I always thought she was. She flapped
She's
her
a
ears.
dog.
Yeah, she's a dog.
Okay, I was see when she flap her ears when she do that jump in the first speed I'm playing. I always thought of Cream.
It's weird, but she's a dog. She's a
I got you. I just
Yeah,
thought of Cream when like in the first game.
No, I feel you. I thought the same thing, and then I realized
I thought the same thing until she barked. Yeah,
Yeah,
well, he's a puppy.
that's cool.
and then to have the girl who was a pain in the ass in the first game, the panda girl, and for her to move fast, what it did, use her freezing power so she could slide. Now that's game design.
And this the bad thing is this is something when it came down to Sonic 06, Sega should have thought about with Silver. He can move fast with his psychic power.
Make his body lighter.
He moves slow as hell.
And not trying to make puzzles with the whole, the whole telekinesis thing. That them 8-ball crap, the pool table thing. Oh,
they screwed that up horribly.
Horribly.
He could have taken an object and went fast with it. The box.
That was just idiotic in my comprehension of that game. But whatever, it is what it is. But I think what we just came up with, again, shout out to Anderson. I wish he could join in, but he might join in the next podcast because I'm not looking at chat or nothing. And I see a bunch of notifications on my damn screen right now because I'm literally looking straight at the mic and talking to you guys. So I apologize for anybody out there who's on the chat. I'm like I said, the after part we'll be doing it in the next episode. Everybody could jump in and talk about it. But I'm saying, like, I think that will be a really good game that is not asset heavy because it's 2D sprites and whatever. The animation might cost a little money because I do want it to, like I said, because it's a la carte Fire Emblem, but it's not going to be a 3D game. You got to do all that stuff. No, let's keep it the planes, everything simple, the paths. You catch what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The price won't be extravagant on a game like that. No.
Can I add something for the levels?
Okay.
Since the Chaos and Soul Emeralds are broken, and if you look at the colors, they kind of make you think they're kind of elemental. What if the area they're shattered in level, like the red one is close to a volcano or magma?
I mean that's just aesthetic, but okay, I'm cool with it. That's aesthetic, really.
Okay.
Because I never seen the Chaos Emerald was used unless, from what I've known for playing games and watching the cartoons and stuff, I never saw them use it as elemental stuff.
That's what they should have done with them, but they never did.
Yeah, I've never seen them done that. Now we're gonna again. I'm doing this right now, and like I said, me and Andre had another idea for a Mario game. We'll do that maybe another time. Because remember we talked about it. Lightning Mario and all that stuff, Andre?
Yep.
So we'll do that another time, but Sonic was the catalyst for this, and I think this is a good basis for a good game. And again, I apologize for you guys in the chat. I know it was going crazy, whatever, so I'm going to look at it, but I'm going to ask you guys, like I said, thank y'all for listening to this. I wanted this idea to be by itself first, and then we talk about it later on. So right now, I'm going to give it to you, Andre, and let me give me a second here. I'm gonna send you guys. You basically get it in the usual place where I send it, where everybody could jump in. And you guys go there and jump to that link, Andre and
alrighty,
and Brownie. But for real, let me see. Let me just see, because I know, like I said, it's going crazy. Thank all you guys, man. Like, yeah. So we're gonna switch to that. We're gonna switch to that, and so Red and CB, all y'all could jump in with the links or whatever. Ying Yang, same team or whatever. You could jump into that, whatever. So that'll be the after party. But again, I have nothing against. Okay, so before we finish this, I want to do two more things. So we got the name, we got Sonic Paraduxx. I'm cool with that. We noticed we got that. We cool with just staying with the shield powers. Let's not try to complicate it more than that. Like we have the electronic.
I would be fine with keeping the current ones, but there's one, maybe two I would want to add.
Okay,
like
what are they?
Like an Earth-based shield that allows you, like for characters like Knuckles, Like when he's digging.
Did you?
For Knuckles, it would make him be able to dig faster, but for everybody else, it would protect them from like
let's
earth-based
have
attacks.
yeah. If we have a couple parts with Knuckles are digging like the dig whisk, and the enemies in there that is a shield that will protect them. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that happening, and just have the regular normal shield along with the elementals. This is like that got skipped out when in the later portion of Sonic games.
Yeah, we have the regular shield that could take one hit. Then we have the electric shield, the water shield, the fire shield,
and the earth,
the earth shield. Yeah.
Wind shield. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I would put wind with lightning, so anything that affects wind would be negated by a lightning shield.
And again, the only reason I want the 2.5D because I want the background also has its own movement in certain stages, or whatever. So it looked like something going on all around.
Basically, it makes the world look like it's alive.
Yeah. Yes. And live. So remember, like again, the example I used was like if you're playing Sonic and Knuckles. Or Sonic 3, when Sonic jumped off the plane, you saw the movement in the back. Or when you try to go, when he was running up to get to the death egg, you saw the death egg in the back moving around. Like it makes it feel alive and something's going on.
Yeah,
yeah. And that's why I choose 2D sprites because it's easy you got to do a lot of drawing. Yes, but that's I can tell you from game designer, from what I've been into, that's way cheaper than doing 3D models. And create all that 3D this land, blah blah blah, and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. And then they could do things with the background that could play tricks on you while you're moving, like have things look like it's about to attack you from the back of the background.
That'd be cool.
At certain points, like so, there's a lot of versatility with having a 2.5D game in the background being able to move around independent of the characters.
Yep, that is what it is. That's what I like about that. So. Yeah, so we have those elements that you're still gonna have the rings. You're still gonna have the level life ups. You're still gonna have the speed. You're still gonna have the invincibility. You're gonna have those in those the tubes in the TV item boxes. Yeah. Mm. So you're gonna have those still in the game. And that's I think I say. You see, the thing is, I want sometimes. Simple and plain goes a long way in trying to make everything freaking complex as hell. Yeah, and that's where Sonic Team I think they mess up a lot of times. Mm-hmm. That's why certain people like when they did the one with the werehog, people hated the werehog section. Some people like it, some didn't like it. It's like because it's too complex, the two sides. The shadow, the 06 people tried too much shit in that 06 and they rushed it. They did rushed it and fucked it up. But but it still had too many ideas because Silver was no.
Silver was a pain to play with. There were times where the camera just would not go where you needed it.
I see with the 2D thing, you don't have a camera issue. You don't have the 3D platform issue because you have 3D platforming designing that where you make sure you don't fall to the freaking ground. It's harder than a lot of people think. Mm-hmm. You have planes. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 planes. You have the planes. Jump on here, you're there. That's it. So make it as simple as you can, and then it keeps the floaty going. And again, all these characters are speed and nothing of super slowing you down, and you got to do all the crazy stuff. Like I said, So I think that, like I said, I think we got a game right there, guys. And technically speaking, I ain't gonna lie with you. If I know anybody in freaking Sega, I will send this video to them.
It would be very cool to have them do that.
I'm gonna see my connections if I could send something to them, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna try because I was like, damn. Me and Anderson, we came up with this within 2 hours in our idea. Hey, Sega, what's going on with you guys, man? You got a whole team. Shit.
Oh, man.
Because the reason I say that because the reason I'm saying that I'm going to end with this, and like I said, about 9:30, I'll be back in the aftercast on 9:35, because in case anything. But the reason I say this, though, to end this off here, it's like with Mario. Everybody crack joke about Mario 3D World. We're like, oh, it's Cat Mario. It's not going to work out, blah, blah, blah.
That was
Nintendo made sure They made sure that Cat Mario suit got a lot of gameplay out of it, and you felt cheated without this cat suit.
Mm-hmm.
And when they use the double cherries, they use the double cherries to go away. And Bowser, of course, became the Meowser. Like, they figure out the way to do it. That's what it did. The same thing with Flood for Sunshine. That was a gimmick, but they spend the time to do it that you got used to certain things with the game. And I think that's why Mario has a better chance to do it. He's not fast. Remember, he was never meant to be a fast character. He was more platform from the get-go. So I'm going with Sonic's strength of being a fluid, fast character.
Yep.
That's why I wanted other characters that everybody knows, Rouge the Bear, blah, 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 all that stuff. Put them as just just put them as cutscenes. Don't put them as characters in the game. No. Keep the fast characters together. Let's keep it going. And all these guys about speed. So that's the way I look at the game again. And a 2D version, you take away a lot of headaches and a lot of code errors and problems of falling through a wall or clipping or the angle of the camera, or you can't see what's around the corner, or it's too fast in 3D that you can't get when Sonic is boost one in 3D. That, oh shit, no. 2D is more simplistic, easier. You could do more stuff in 2D to make it work. That's the way me and Anson was thinking last night. So, and you think last one that would be we said so Melis, Robotnik. I wanted to be Robotnik. I don't want it to be Eggman, the real Eggman, the real final boss. I want Robotnik. So that's why I said chaotic. You said Malice. Anything you think of, Brownie?
I was thinking just Robotnik.
Well, we already have the original. We have we have Dr. Robotnik already, and then Joe Robotnik.
No, I have nothing for the name.
Okay. All right. Got you. All right, then.
I think Malice fits the bill perfectly.
Malice Robotnik. I got to get into that. So, with that said, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, we will see what we could do with this. I'm gonna about 9:35 the aftercast where people want to join in, jump in, talk about the stuff about it. We'll talk about Sonic and maybe some of what happened with Sonic Forces. You could add into what's going on with Sonic Forces and Sonic Mania and that. So with that said, thank you guys for enjoying this. Sega, if I could get connection, I'm gonna send this video to you, man. Let's see what happens. And it's AA, Liger, Brownie Takashi, and a Game Idea guy. We put this together.
I mean, hey, I got many more Sonic ideas if they would like to hear them. I've got many, many more.
Yeah,
yes, he does.
Go ahead.
I might even talk about mine. Like, I have a few. But
yeah, but that's why I think, and I'm not doubting those guys because you can go to Game Ideas channel and see a lot of game ideas. Of course, that's why he's here. And Brian Takashi, he's a Sonic fan, but he criticized and
I'm in a complicated moment.
No, you criticize. You criticize. You like Sonic, but you say, okay, this is some, okay, it's a little, but it is what it is.
I can criticize my favorite franchise is all I want. All I want is them to be better.
Or at least a good game that you're like, okay, it was good. I ain't gonna be not like I said, Boom or 06 and all that other stuff like that. That kind of regard. Because to me, Lost Worlds, I like Lost Worlds. I think if they did a Lost Worlds 2, they could flush a lot more of that with the parkour and everything with Sonic.
Yeah, they could definitely. I mean, that's another element of his character that hardly ever gets explored. And it's like they put one game out and that was it.
Yeah. So we have that set up in this game, so we'll see about that. But like I said, you guys could check us on the after party. The links are gonna go out for the people, whatever, and it's gonna start at, like I said, between 9:35 and 9:40. With that said, the usual thing. There's no perfect game out there. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. Simply play your games on all console, PC, even as well. Just enjoy it. Catch y'all next time.